Hi guys, I'm Wendy from iWen. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification bell in order to receive all my latest video every single time. Now, Fullmoon Festival has arrived. In Mandarin, we call it 中秋节 because it is where the moon is at its fullest and the roundest time. And also we'll have one thing in particular, which is mooncake. In Mandarin, we call it 月饼, where it symbolizes the moon. So today I'm going to show you how to make yam paste spiral mooncake. Why do we call it spiral? Because it has thousands of layers, just like a puff pastry, which is so tasty, and there's a yam paste inside and a salted egg in the middle, which symbolizes the moon. And it is so tasty and it is purple in color, which I like it so much because it is so pretty. So without further ado, let's get started.
First of all, onto a steamer on boiling water, place on your yam and steam them for about 20 minutes until they are soft and tender like so. Ooh, just look at how soft and tender they are. And then place them onto another saucepan on a medium-low heat and use a spatula to mash them until all the yam became a yam paste like so, and add in your white sugar and use a wooden spoon to stir them all together until they are well combined and until all the sugars has been resolved. Stir them a little bit more until they became dry. And then add on your vegetable oil. You can use any type of oil as you like, except for olive oil because of the flavor. And stir them until they are well combined. And then spread them into a single layer like this. Add in 1 teaspoon of your yam extract for extra flavor. You can use yam powder if you don't have extract. And add on your corn starch, which act as a thickening agent. Stir them until they became a paste or dough-like like this. Now remove them from the heat and place them onto a bowl and cover them with cling wrap. Make sure the cling wrap is in direct contact with the surface of the yam paste. Now, onto another bowl, add on your rice wine. Set them aside. Now, separate out your salted egg yolk from the egg whites. And then cut each egg yolks into half so that you have 30 pieces in total. Next, dip all the egg yolks into the rice wine and then place them on a baking sheet and bake for 5 to 6 minutes on a preheated 150 degrees Celsius oven until they became like that. Now we are making our water dough. Place on your all-purpose flour and also cake flour. Using this combination will make sure that your dough is flakier, and add on your white sugar and also some salt and use a whisk to whisk them all together until well combined. Now add on your fat content, which is shortening and also butter. This will make sure that your dough is flaky at the same time they are fragrant. And then use a spatula to mix them all together. Now add in water gradually, bit by bit. Stir them together. Add water along as you go until you reach a dough-like consistency. And how do you know that? You can test it by pressing it onto your hand and it should become like that. And then turn the dough out onto your working surface and press them all together. And then spread it around with your palm. Spread it around until it comes together and it turns into a dough ball like this. Now use a cling wrap to wrap them together to prevent them from drying. Now we are making our oil dough, which is using all-purpose flour and also the combination of shortening and butter, a pinch of salt and some yam extract. This will make sure the dough have some yam flavor at the same time. This color combination is so nice. Now turn them onto a working surface and then knead them again by spreading motion. Until the purple color is evenly distributed and it forms a dough ball like this. Now wrap them also using a cling wrap to prevent them from getting dry and place them aside to rest for about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, we are going to divide our yam paste into 27 grams balls. I'm using a scale to weight them together and then roll them into mini size of ball and spread them using your thumb, so that you have a place to place your salted egg yolks in the middle. Now use your index finger and a thumb and another hand using your thumb. Just press them together and rotate them as you go until you wrap the whole thing together. Make sure they are perfectly sealed. And then place them onto a cling wrap again to prevent them from getting dry. Now divide your water dough into 54 grams ball and your oil dough into 40 grams dough ball. Now use a rolling pin to slightly roll your water dough by spreading them a bit, because we are using the water dough to wrap the oil dough. Put the oil dough in the middle and use the same method, the index finger and the thumb, to press them and roll them together in order to wrap them tightly. Make sure they are sealed properly. This is done, and then let them rest for about 30 minutes. Make sure they are seam side up. And then press lightly with your palm and make them into like a rough rectangle size, and use a rolling pin to gently roll them together. Just roll once and roll twice will be enough. And roll them together like a yoga mat. Roll them tightly. Now this is called the first roll. First row we will have about 2.5 rounds, and then let them rest for about 5 minutes. Now we are making a second roll using a rolling pin. Just lengthen and flattening out the dough. Make sure you roll them from the middle up. And now we are making our second roll. Roll them again like a yoga mat. This creates a lot of layers this time, you see, compared to the first one. The second one has more rounds and more layers. Now we are going to cut the dough into 2 little pieces. Make sure you are using sharp knife, and in one cut you'll be able to cut them around. Just see how many layers they are, and they look so pretty. Now make sure the cut side is down. Press it using your palm And then use a rolling pin to flatten it out so that you have a bigger surface and a thinner surface to work with. Now, this pastry is done, and we are going to wrap this yam ball in between using the same method as well. Your index finger and a thumb, roll them around and around. Just be patient, because for sure you'll be able to wrap them around and seal them tightly. Using this method will make sure, you see, you have a perfectly round ball shape like this. And make sure the spiral is in the middle when you roll them. You can roll them upside down like that as well. Just make sure that the seam part is perfectly sealed. It is done. Look at it. You can see the layers one by one, which is so pretty. Now place them on a parchment lined baking sheet and bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes on a 170 Celsius degree oven. Now it is done. Look at how perfect the layers are. They puff up so nicely. The color is nice as well, and they are nice and crispy all the way through. Look at the layers. Place them on a Chinese traditional looking plate for some more flavor. And use a sharp knife to cut them into halves. And now is the time to reveal. 1, 2, 3. Yay, look at that. The yam paste inside, and also the full half moon, because I cut them into half. So flaky, and the fragrance is so nice. The yam paste and salted egg in the middle, so pretty. I hope you like it, and also if you haven't seen my previous video, please see it and also subscribe to my channel. See you again, bye bye.